Hey everybody, Ira Miller here. Homes Around the Villages YouTube Live, Monday Night Live. And I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We have a lot in store for us. Oh, wait a minute. Dude. I got to go up.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting in a hole. There we go. Oh, I went back down again. There we go. I feel like I'm on a boat. We good?
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Monday Night Live. Corky Gaskell in the house. Thank you very much. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin. Dude. Oh, that's right. You're back. Very nice. Check this out. What'd you think of that, Kevin? Man, we're going to talk about you a little bit tonight, Kevin. We're going to kick you around a little bit, you and Karen. But so, man, oh man, what to get to. And I want to try to get through some stuff tonight. So, yeah, we got Milton on the way. And I got to tell you guys, I wasn't worried about Helene last time because I knew she was kind of brushing up against the coast and did devastating effects to the Florida coast along the way. Just as I told you last week, my friend lost his significant other. She was so, this is just speculation, but she was so stressed out and so worried about that storm and her house and everything. And it actually came true. The house was devastated from the storm surge, just wiped out. And she ended up passing away. And so my friend Tom, man, really. So oh, nice. We're up to 4,600. And what were they trying to go for? 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if anybody out there wants to donate to Tom's help, it would be greatly appreciated for sure. Just on, what is that, GoFundMe page?
Yep, and we have a post on our YouTube channel about it.
And we have a post. Is there a link?
Yeah, to the GoFundMe itself.
Cool. There's a link and a post on our page there. Is that our web page, Facebook page?
Just the channel. If they go to the channel.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just go to our YouTube channel. Okay, so that is Tom Burke. So anyways, first of all, let me back it up a little bit. Mariem will be on here shortly. We want to try to get her on here around 6:30, a little bit earlier than we did last week. So Corky, thank you for showing up. Kevin's back, yay. And we have Rich A. So our regular, thanks Rich for coming on this evening. I really do appreciate it. Pat and Jane, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Gary Winkle. Gary, you're being spared this time from the hurricane. Pine River, hey! Man, I haven't seen Pine River in a while. So thank you. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And Dismindy. Wow, I haven't seen Dismindy for a while either. Where have you been, Mindy? So yeah, to all the people who are here in Florida, if you've never experienced a hurricane, I hate to say it, and I don't have a good feeling for this one. I really think we're kind of in for it. Just from my experiences over the years, because I am a Florida native, I'm from South Florida. And the ironic thing is, we used to get hit all the time down there in South Florida. Hurricanes would just come right over the bottom portion of Florida, hit Homestead. Hurricane Andrew devastated Homestead, just totally wiped it out. It was a Cat 5 when it hit. So I just don't have a good feeling. I have a kind of some deja vu from when Gene, Francis, and Charlie kind of came through. I think that was in 04, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. Just got to hunker down, and thankfully the villages, is usually pretty good on getting power back up and running. So last time I rented a home here in the villages when we had those devastating hurricanes, but I'm prepared this time. I do have a whole house generator now hooked up. So we're going to ride it out at home. All right, Kevin, we had a hell of a time, Kevin says. Yep. Look, this guy, they were just having way too much fun, I think. So you can see the band in the background. I don't think that was Daisy Fever, was it, Kevin? Anyways, we got another picture. Yep, look at Karen. I love the 80s. They're on a cruise ship. Yeah, where is all this? They took a cruise, and there's Mariem. We'll be talking to her shortly. But yes, they did. They took themselves a cruise with the bands. So man, those are the bands that are here in the villages, and that was pretty cool. Racer Dude, appreciate you. Thank you for the thoughts. Like I said, I do not have a good feeling because the trajectory of that hurricane is coming right into Tampa. I don't think Tampa has sustained a direct hit in a long, long time. And it always seems to be able to stay out of the path. It either jogs to the left or jogs to the right, but the path looks this time like it's coming right up. And then it's going to curve up this way when it hits down at Tampa. Tampa Bay is 88 miles away. I kind of Googled it, not Googled, I mapped it, Google mapped it. 88 miles away. So, and it's supposed to be here early Thursday. Well, it's supposed to hit the coast early Thursday morning. So we'll see how we make out. And I'll probably shoot some videos from my house. So Chris Oakland, how you doing? Yep, we'll be here if you need anything. That's awesome. Thanks, Chris. Hunker down, buddy. I was very fortunate to get an amazing person from Skip's Discord to go over to my villa. Cool. And move my furniture into my lanai. That's very nice. Ira, is there anything we should know or do for the storm? So really, not really. Just make sure that there's nothing that can go flying, anything that might be outside and have the potential of being blown around, you want to make sure is inside. So like Mindy, she had somebody come in and move all of her patio furniture into the house, and that's where it should be. All the covers, I mean, all the cushions and all that patio furniture. But Kevin, you don't have to worry about that, because you've got your lanai is enclosed, and there's not much else you can do. I mean, at this late stage of the game, so you could always get a generator at some point if you want to. Man, it's been so long. I've been in my house 17 years, the house I'm in now. And so it's like I've never really lost power in my house. But I just had a bad feeling this year. And I went out and spent the money and got a whole house generator this year, and haven't felt like I needed it, in the 17 years that I have lived there. So, yeah. So I've done all I can. The one thing I do wish I would have had that I didn't do was put some roll down hurricane shutters in my lanai. That might be the next thing that I spend my money on, so I can just take and close off my lanai from the pool area that I have. All right, so let's see. So we got Tico and Robert in the house. Thank you guys for showing up. All right, so Mindy, she's getting ready for Yom Kippur. Lashana Tova to you, Mindy. And so, yep, that's a big deal for the Jewish people on Saturday, Friday night after sundown through Saturday. Agnes. Cool. Let's see. All right. I'm not scared, but concerned this time. We are prepared. That's all we can do. So there you go. The village of Skip Smith in the house. Oh, I forgot my hat. Anyways, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Christian. We can do without it tonight. All right, so Kevin's asking us. You're asking Skip. This man is from where? I think he's from Indiana. Skip doesn't know anything about hurricanes. We've got a saying in Florida, and that's hunker down. And that's about all you can do with a hurricane is hunker down. Now that I think about it, I am going to go out and I'm going to see if I can pick up some duct tape, because if any of your windows break, you want to be able to duct tape those windows. We used to, in South Florida,
write that down.
Used to put this tape across the windows. So in case something hit it, it would kind of hold it. Even if it cracked, it would kind of hold it in place. But don't know how much that really did. Missy Mo, thank you very much, Missy. Yeah. So let's see. So prepare for outages, solar lights, battery bank, generator, food, water. Cool. My case of beer. Very good. The whole thing is if you don't have a whole house generator, any food you buy might be spoiled after a couple of days. Your refrigerator will hang in a couple of days tops, and then all your food will perish. So battery, charge everything. I'm charging my iPad. I'm charging my phone. I'm charging my laptop computer. I have what's called a jetpack for my Wi-Fi. I'm making sure all that's charged. All my batteries are charged for my lights. So yeah, make sure you charge all your batteries. Water, boy, if you haven't got your water now, might be a little late because I think probably everybody's going to be out of water. Fill your tub up with water. You want to fill your tub up with water because you know what? If the water power goes out, the water goes down, you're going to need that to flush your toilets, right? So, so just make sure that you have a whole tub full of water up to the top so you have extra water there, okay? What else? And so if you have any extra jugs right now, start freezing as many jugs of water as you can, because those frozen jugs will keep your refrigerator cool for a longer period of time. Now, the most I have seen the villages out of power is 12 hours. So that was back in 2004. They were down for 12 hours. And then they were back up. And so the villages has a lot of pull, and they have a lot of power with the local government to get everybody back up and running. Now, if the grid's down, if the electrical grid's down, it's down. There's not a lot you can do with it. But so freeze jugs of water, containers of water as much as you can. If you have like a refrigerator or a freezer in your garage, kind of, you might want to go out and buy some bags of ice or even dry ice. Some of the grocery stores have dry ice you might be able to get a hold of too. So those are all things you can do in preparation for a hurricane. Duct tape, tubs of water, batteries all charged. Like I have these DeWalt equipment. And so I just have to recharge them. So I have extra batteries, and they all attach to I have a couple spotlights. So, but make sure you have batteries. Everything is charged. Cell phones are charged. Might be limited even in cell phones. Towers could go down. So
they also make hand cranks for small electronics. So if you need something like power your phone in the worst case scenario, you can do it by hand.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They also have little solar panels. And Skip was saying solar lights. And, maybe some of those solar lights might have plug-ins for your cell phone and your batteries too.
Oh, one has both. One's both solar and crank together.
Gas. Make sure your cars are gassed up. Gas them up now. Top them off. Very important, because if our power's down, gas stations aren't going to be able to dispense any gasoline. And if you have a generator, make sure you have enough gasoline for that generator for, a couple of days.
You've got Tesla, plug it in now.
Let's see, what else can I think about for you? I'll try to keep thinking of things as the show goes on. Fill up pots with water. I'm thinking that bathtub should take care of. That's an Indiana word, hunker. Hunker down. Blast tape. I never heard of blast tape, Gary. That sounds interesting. Let's see. Yes, we hunker down. Lauren and Tom. Lauren and Tom in the house. I saw Lauren and Tom today, so thank you for calling me and stopping in. Stay tuned because we have a lot of stuff to go through. Racer Dude freezes jugs to keep his minnows alive when going fishing. There you go. More than one application for frozen jugs of water. That's cool. All right, Jeff and Loretta. Definitely feeling lucky. Everyone be safe. Jeff sent me a YouTube link to a guy in a helicopter flying around Homosassa. We just closed on Jeff's home. I don't think it was two or 3 weeks when Helene came through, and his home in Homosassa, which never has ever been flooded with Helene. And now this is coming through when there's still tons of water. Oh man, this is not going to be good out there. So I told Jeff, I said, you've got a guardian angel on your shoulder because his home's never flooded in Homosassa the 40 plus years that they've had it in their family. He had a bad feeling about it, put it on the market, sold it. He was going to turn around and build and buy another home, maybe on some higher ground. And maybe, Jeff, that was probably a good move too, that you didn't go and turn around and buy another home and kind of waited. So awesome move. A power inverter for his Prius. All right, thanks, Racer Girl. Yes, and anybody out there, please subscribe to our YouTube channel here and hit the notification icon. Because, why? Because we are going to here's a video. Tom and Lauren. All right, so we can check this out here real quick. So before we do, so here's the deal, right? I've had so many people there we go. I've had so many people come to me and say, Tom and Lauren are one. They were saying, hey, we want to do a total kitchen renovation. So I've had plenty of people. What's up?
I'm just making sure that they'll be able to hear it.
I've had plenty of people. I'm starting to see a lot of people buying homes and doing a lot of renovations. And the renovation companies out there are pretty well backed up. So I've kind of taken it upon myself to go ahead and help with renovating the last two. Y'all, I'm sure most of you have seen Cimarron, 714 Cimarron, and me renovating that home. Now I have this home on Hazelwood that I'm doing a renovation. And I kind of dropped the ball on this a little bit because let's see here. Let me see my listings. Here's what, come on, let's see. Expire listings. Where are my sold listings? Past 6 months. Okay, so on this was Jeff and Loretta's up here, by the way. But this home here on Hazelwood. This is the one that we're renovating right now. So here's the home. It has a nice stretched garage here. And look at the size of that yard. A huge backyard if you wanted to. Easily put a pool. And this is your view. So this is the backyard of the home. Has a view of this lake here and the golf course. $525 for this home. That is incredible. This is a lantana, over 2,000 square feet living area. Whoops, let me go back here because look at the size of that yard in the back. That's great. A lot of value in a property. So we're going to paint this home, completely paint it. We took this arch out. We took this wall out. We took the whole island, kitchen island out, which you're going to see here. So we took all of this, all of this, all of this is out. We took the tile out. Okay. So there's nothing left. So here's what's left. So look at that. There is everything is wiped out. We took, like I said, we took the arch out of there. You can see where we took the wall out. We even enclosed the window. Nice and slow, Christian. That was good.
When I'll make it live, we'll try to help destabilization a bit better.
Okay.
Maybe ask what's that by the ceiling?
By the ceiling here?
I guess she just left a comment. That's
Where? Because I can't see anything, right? Because
yeah, that's all this is what's by the ceiling.
So we're getting ready to remove all the popcorn. There's actually popcorn in this ceiling. Okay. And you're talking about here, I don't know where you're talking. This is a solar tube right here in the kitchen. And so we're going to take the kitchen cabinets and go all the way across, okay, where we filled in the window. And we're going to really put a nice island type cabinet in this area here with a sink, making it completely open to the whole home. So
where it looks like raw wood.
Here?
Or maybe where the cabinet was, the pantry.
Up here? So we tore out the pantry. We tore out all the cabinets. We left the doorway and we took out all of this. So everything is gone. Tile's gone. Island's gone. And so maybe you were talking about.
She says yes there. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's this area here. So we tore all this out and we're putting some higher cabinets. They're going to be higher and go all the way across. Like I said, that window's gone now. We filled that in. And so when we come back here, that's what you see. So that's what I'm doing. I am going to get a company started that does renovations as well as my brokerage.
Racer Girl asked, how much does a kitchen revamp cost approximately?
So here's the deal, right? What I can tell you is And the same thing I told Tom and Lauren. You can spend as much as you want. The sky's the limit. You can go with custom cabinets, and you can put a $80,000 kitchen cabinet in there, or you can put a $20,000 kitchen cabinet, kitchen in there. So I think these people, we're going to do a whole series, and that's why I started shooting there like I did. We're going to do a whole series in how we have renovated this home, okay? And I'll tell you what the prices are. I mean, we're not hiding anything, but so in IKEA cabinets, Dismindy, no. All right. Yeah. All right. So
6:31.
Huh?
6:31. The time.
Oh, okay, thanks. So there you go. All right, let's go on. We're gonna get to, I promised Mariem we would bring her on a little bit sooner in the show because I wanted more people to be here. So let's go ahead and we're going to check in on Mariem. Any of you that have any kind of mortgage questions, we're going to talk to Mariem here, and maybe she'll have some good suggestions too. All right, so we're
so show on stream. There we go, and then her
Mariem.
Camera's off.
Hello. Is it? My camera is on. It's charging, so it's loading.
So you just turned off her camera, so it's off on her end.
She says it's on.
Oh, can you hear her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upload progress. We uploading anything?
That's for like the recording version.
All right. I can hear you, Mariem, but I can't see you.
The same link, because it's not on our end.
Okay. So,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
oh, that's weird. It's showing on my laptop and not on my actual camera.
I can see you.
All
We
right.
can all see you now.
All right. It's not going to be very clear because this is my laptop, but can you hear me, see me clearly now?
Yeah.
Can you end? Awesome.
Yes. Yep. You look great.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Mariem Bennett, Fairway Mortgage, thank you so much for joining us again this week. Anybody who has any mortgage questions, I've got Gary Winkle who says, Mariem gave me some great advice last week. So I guess you kind of hooked Gary up, huh?
Yes, and we still have a lot of conversations to go back and forth. So I'll be in touch with you, Gary. I have not finished with you yet.
No, Mariem, she's a tiger. She's not good. She is not gonna live TV. Anything could happen. Yeah, that's true. So, Ira, Mariem, what drove the increase in mortgage rates today?
Well, the rate is, has been pretty much the same as last month. It's not, even if it with the unemployment rate coming up, the numbers came a little bit higher and better than expected. So, but it was nothing shocking. Like it has been when we were waiting for the mortgage rate to drop down for the last few months, as we all have experienced. The noise this week is not as much as the interest rate. Is that some lenders or some investors that we're doing some specialty products, they are actually not letting us to quote a rate because of the hurricane and all the weather condition in certain areas, especially in Florida, Georgia. But I've read through some issues today in Florida, doing some specialty products like DSCR, which are specialty. Uh, they are specifically for investors. They're very lenient products, very easy in and out kind of a deal, but we are running into the issues not able to quote rates. Also, as you know, once we get contracts and we start looking up for homeowners insurance quotes for customers and encourage them to shop around, we have encountered the same issue here that some insurance companies are not even allowing insurance agents to get quotes. So seems like we go like a step forward and two step backwards. But the good news is that when we are coming out the end of the hurricane season and coming into the voting season, things should normalize after that, and we're going to see the market picking up a lot. So, like I said last week, I think this is the best time to purchase a home because when the market picks up, everything is going to go high in prices. So while the rates will drop, home prices will go up due to the demand, which that makes a lot of customers stay in the same plan that they are today. The only difference is they're going to have to fight for getting that listing. Where now there's no so many buyers out there. They're all holding the fence to wait for the rate to go down. So they're going to end up paying more, having a higher mortgage payment, even if the rates just go down.
Yep, that's true. And that's the problem with trying to time the market. When you try to time the market, by the time you figure out that interest rates have gone down and it's time to go ahead and try to buy something, now you're going to be faced with probably multiple offer situation, a bidding war, driving that price back up, and any of that money you would have thought you would have saved with a lower rate ends up being not so much because now you have to pay higher for a home.
And not only that, I knew probably you can probably you experienced that in 2020, 2021, where some buyers had to even waive the right of an appraisal and diligence, right, and home inspection. Meaning, if something is wrong with the home, they can back up, but they will lose their earnest money. Um,
Yeah, just to try to get an advantage over to get that house.
Right. So the less hair the transaction had for the seller, that's what the seller went with, and why not? Right? As if it's seller's market, that's what happens. They're gonna take the best offer and run with it. So we still have a lot of people on the fence waiting that are ready. They're approved. They're ready to go, but they're just waiting for that rate to go down. And we have a nice number of buyers. Actually, they're getting a very nice seller concession because they are able to negotiate with the sellers and get pretty much what they want, which is very sweet. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that, in 2021 or 2022 at all.
And even with those sellers' concessions, you could use some of that to buy down the rate.
Absolutely. You can buy
So
down the
that'll,
rate. You can cover all your closing costs so you have more funds available for your down payments, which ultimately, for every $10,000 extra of a down payment that you're going to put down, you're going to save about $60 a month, depending on your rates and the loan amount, obviously. But it's a fair comparison. So, yeah, so for sure, I'm excited to see what the numbers going to look like in November and October and so forth. But definitely, this is still best time to buy.
so with mortgage rates going up today, I mean, is it just kind of one of these up and down? They'll go
Uh,
down.
Pretty much the rates has not dropped as we want it to be because while once the Fed met, the drop on the rate, it did not affect as much the mortgage rates as it affected the short-term loans, credit cards, car loans, etc. So, but we do foresee in the future that the mortgage rates has to get better what it has been just to be able to generate more homeownership experience. So that we do see it that this in the future is going to go down. There's nothing guaranteed. If I knew it was guaranteed, I would definitely be making a lot of more money than I'm making right now. But definitely this we're going to see the market settling down at November. If to be safe, I would think in the beginning, the first quarter of 2025. But I think the Fed rates will adjust one more time before the end of the year.
Do you think that'll affect the mortgage rates?
No telling, no telling.
Because
So
I know last time, with the anticipation of the half a point, didn't
and
affect mortgage rates because that was already anticipated and already factored into the current mortgage rates.
correct. The 50 basis points adjustments for sure. It was already anticipated. It was nothing like exciting about it. But we pretty much we're going to see probably one more drop coming up. But then with the elections and all the excitement that comes with it, we don't know for sure. But if I have to bet today, I would say there will be one more adjustment before the end of the year.
And I like what this Mindy said. We bought our first home when rates were 11% in 1989. So let's not forget today's
I know.
current rates are actually still a pretty good deal. And it's been worse than the past. And we're never going to see those 2.5%, 3.5%, 4%. Well, I don't know about 4, but 2.5%, 3.5%. We're never going to see that again.
And then also the down payments, if you look at back in those years, and there's charts online that you can look yourself, the down payments was actually like 25, 30, 35% down payments. So nowadays you have so many loan programs that really we only need 3% down payments and you're ready to buy a home, which to go to a rental, you still need sometimes a good chunk of money just to move in.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Victoria, she has a question. I have a mortgage question. What happens if a borrower passes away during your mortgage? The person was a non-occupancy co-borrower. How do you remove that person's name from the mortgage?
You will have to refinance and the person of the that's still alive, and as long as there is an income, sufficient income, then you qualify for the refinance and just remove the other person. However, if you do have someone on, let's say, co-applicants with you on a mortgage and the other person passes, then as long as you make your payment, nobody's going to bother you to remove their name from the mortgage loan. And then when you come to selling a home or doing any other transaction, then you just follow your county procedures of whatever that case is, the will or whatever you have to become the administrator or to do the transaction. But as long as financing goes, as long as you make the mortgage payments, you're gonna be fine. However, if you do for sure you want to remove the person from the mortgage, a simple refinance will have you can do that.
But if you refinance, aren't you going to have to refinance at the current rate?
At the current rate, correct. So if
Do you
have
have to take that person off
to
if
be
they
able
passed away?
correct, to be able to take the other person, refinance the loan only on your name, you will take the current market rate, and you also will only qualify based on your income and your asset at that moment. There will also be some closing costs. However, what I advise customers is if that's the situation that you're going on right now, the mortgage company probably or the servicer may have already been notified. So the best thing to do is reach out to that servicer, and they may have something better to offer you. Because if you go with a different company, they may charge you closing costs, and that is costly. You can roll it into the loan while you're doing the refinance, but they might have a better option for you.
Sounds good. Hope that helps, Victoria. What are y'all paying for home insurance in the villages? I'm thinking people are paying anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000, just depending on how much the home is worth. And then Victoria again asked, can I still keep the same mortgage? So it doesn't sound like she can. So Racer Girl is saying we are very lucky to have 2.8, but we had to refi twice in 30 years. Well, you know, when you refi, a lot of times you're paying closing costs. And, you know, I guess as long as you stay put and you know, then it ends up working itself out. But you always have to factor in what those closing costs are gonna cost you to refi for that lower rate. But you don't have to take the other person off as long as you can pay the mortgage. And that's what this Mindy is saying. Is that true? You don't have to take that, even though that person's passed away, you don't have to take that person off the mortgage?
Right. I would say to call the servicer of whoever's holding the mortgage, because they may have their own set of rules, because that is more like a servicing question than an origination question. I'm not really an expert in servicing. So my recommendation will be just call the servicer. So let's say you do a mortgage with me, and we close in the name of Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. What most the mortgage company makes their money in selling the loans, not on originating them. So eventually your loan has been sold, and then who you're making a mortgage payment to, not longer Fairway Mortgage. It could be M&T Bank or Senlar or Round Point. So whoever you're making a mortgage payment to, that will be the right person to ask the question, and not the person that originated the loan. So if you look at your mortgage statements, look at who's your servicer, and then call and ask what will be the proper procedure to follow in this situation. Because I don't want to give you one thing that is for our servicing department, because we do service a small percentage, but we do service some loans, and then that does not apply to your specific servicer. The rule of thumb is you pay, you get to stay, right? So nobody's going to bother you. However, eventually the mortgage company will get notified that the co-applicant, co-borrower has deceased, and then they may contact you. But if you don't hear from anyone and you want to get it, sorted out, I would say just reach out to the customer service.
Well, I'm kind of like what this Mindy's saying. She's saying, well, then if you ask them the question, then they'll know that the other person has passed. But if you don't say anything, then maybe it's just kind of business as usual. You just keep paying
Right.
your mortgage.
Well,
And then,
they will get notified because it's a public record. Eventually, when the death certificate gets recorded, they eventually would get notified, right? When, we don't know, but they will eventually. Nothing is a secret anymore. So it's just the same way that if it was nobody on the loan, eventually, and the house is, it's not paid off, and there's a mortgage. Eventually, they will get notified because they are the lien holder.
right. So can you just wait until they contact you?
That's true. That's possible too. If no news is a good news.
Yeah. So I guess the moral to that story, Victoria, is just wait till they kind of contact you and say, hey. So
May I ask if it's a reverse mortgage or a forward mortgage?
we'll see what they say.
Is it a reverse mortgage? It definitely want to do something about it, because there's some qualifications that are different from the forward mortgage.
Okay. And this person, again, what they said was a non-occupant non-occupant co-borrower. So it sounds like they might have just been a co-signer or
They
something
probably
like
will,
that.
by non-occupant co-borrower, meaning they were just signing on the loan for the finances part. However, they don't need their signature for the sale of the property, because they are not on the deed. They're only on the loan portion. So they're really not. They're really not. I would say reach out, or if that's how you feel. But if nobody has reached out to you right now, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, she says it's a normal mortgage. It's
So
not.
it's a forward. Okay, so it's just like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. So definitely, if they haven't, I'm not sure how long has it been since the other person is not with us. But if you haven't heard from them and it's been like 6 months already, um, let it be.
Cool. Very good. Corky's saying our home insurance and on top of the world is $1,192 a year. New build around $375,000. So that's awesome. I know I just refied. Um, I guess it was it was in January of this year. And as I probably told everybody when I first did it in January, I went from $9,600 a year all the way down to $2,700 a year. And probably had I shopped around a little bit more, I might have been able to. And I'm going to ask Corky if he'll tell us who his insurance provider is, because that might be a good insight for people to contact and get other quotes, get a quote. But my nephew tells me he changes every year, keeps him honest, and it just seems like, I mean, who knows? I mean, with going back to the hurricane, like we were talking at the beginning of the show, these insurance companies are going to be devastated with the amount of money they're going to have to put out. So who else to pick up the pieces for the insurance companies but the current policy holders that they have now? So we just have to kind of pay very close attention as to if our insurance goes up. And that was the one thing I did. My insurance is escrowed into my mortgage payment. So my taxes and insurance are all escrowed and paid by the mortgage company. And I thought when my mortgage payment went up, I thought, oh, that's my my property taxes going up because my property increased in value. No, that was the insurance that went way up and caused my mortgage to go way up. So I went from $3,300 when I changed down to $1,800 and something. So keep your eye on the ball there with that insurance, and even if it's escrowed, make sure and stay in touch with your mortgage company or your service provider, because they're the ones, they don't really come out and tell you. Hey, guess what? Your insurance went way up. You might want to do something. No, I had to kind of, on my own, say, what's going on? How come I'm paying all this money? And then they tell you. So be careful with that. Okay, let's see. Home insurance is more expensive. It's a second home, State Farm, but we've been with them for 30 years. Wow. So my insurance company that went up to 9,600 was Allstate. And I was with them for, I guess, 25 years. And when I called them, they're like, sorry, it is what it is. And I'm like, yeah, well, bye, after 25 years. So, all right. So I've been with the USAA my whole life, and I have them from my Virginia home, but they wouldn't insure our Villages home. Understandably, I got one word for you, Milton. So anyways, brand new home versus 23-year-old home. Very good. All right. Anybody else have any great questions for Mariem before we move on to our marketing report? Mariem, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. It was a pleasure. And can we see you next week?
Absolutely. If we're still here after the hurricane.
All right. We'll lick our wounds together.
Thank you guys so much. If you have any
after the
questions, you
hurricane.
can always reach out to Ira and then you send them to me. And for the servicing question, if you tell me what the servicing company it is, I can help you do some research.
Do
Um,
you, no, do you have her information on here?
Yeah, remember it was on the photos when you were showing Kevin?
No, we need it in the chat.
Oh, okay. It's pinned at the top, but I'll repost it.
It was at the top.
Yeah, right when we started, I put it in.
All right, everybody, if you go to the top of the chat, I don't know if anybody can kind of still see it, but we're going to go ahead and post it for you one more time before Miriam takes off. And just like Gary, thank you very much, Gary, for reaching out to Miriam and anybody else. I mean, there you go. There's her information. Y'all can take a picture with your phones or whatever if you want to. That's all her contact information. She'd be happy to talk with you further.
any questions I can answer. If not,
You
I'll
wanna
research and get back with you.
And you can pre-qualify everybody for when they're wanting to buy a home.
Absolutely. If they want to get pre-qualified or starting the process and know what they are, or even if they're trying to buy in 1 year, but at least know where you are, what you need to do. I think it's always nice to, start and have a plan ahead of time. And one thing to note with the insurances also, I was just talking about that with previous customer, is I highly recommend before the insurance is due, start shopping around, because even if the insurance does not go up in your specific premium, there sometimes you can shop and get a better premium, because especially if it's part of your mortgage payments, then your mortgage payment go up and then you have a shortage and then you have it's just a mess. My rule of thumb is mark in your calendar every year about the same time, just shop for insurance, car insurance and homeowners insurance. You got to save somewhere, and that's a very good place to start, because we pay so many insurances, it's crazy.
There you go. And insurance is probably what? It's probably on a fiscal year. And
So the insurance is but everyone has a different due date for the insurance, and that is based on when you close on the property, right? Because when you buy a house, you're gonna have to have 1 year paid up front. And so what happens is if you close in January, I close in August
I remember
on the property, then that's when you insure the home. So just the day of closing, I tell my customers the day of closing, back it up a month and make it, every year that month, start shopping for homeowners insurance. Insurance companies do not call you,
yeah,
which is a mistake, because they lose a lot of customers that way, because I have an annual review that I do all my customers, not necessarily to refinance, but you just never know. You have to see what their life is today, and they might need help with something else. Maybe they're buying another home for their kid that's going to college. Maybe they need your assistance with the current mortgage, that they are like, hey, this happened, can you help us? Because it's like just part of our service. Once a year, we do an annual review with every customer just to make sure they are taken care of, because sometimes they go on Google and Google general idea and has nothing to do with your life scenario. So the day of closing, back it up a month. So closing October 1st. So next year, September 1st, shop for homeowners insurance. So, and while you're shopping for homeowners insurance, because some insurance companies, they have the multi-policy discount. If you have car insurance and homeowners insurance together, they give you an additional discount. So it's just a good habit. I do it
thank
once
you,
a year.
Miriam. Yeah, I'm going to go out there and start shopping right now
There you go.
because mine is up in January. So
Oh, there you go.
thank you for that little bit of information for sure.
And no claims. If they have a claim, then the claim goes up. And claim means, which I got caught on that rabbit hole. Claim means you place a claim, even if you're denied and they pay you $0, they still hit you in your report card. Unfortunately.
Say that again.
So let's say you filed a claim with the insurance company for a roof. due
Right.
to weather, right? Which you're not supposed to be really penalized for it. And let's say in my case, I filed for the claim. The deductible was about 54.46. My roof replacement is $5,000. It's a small town rental home. So I decided, well, I don't want your claim. I don't want to place a claim anymore. I'm backing up. So they still hit me for that. Like they still hit my
Wow.
credit qualifying for my next insurance quotes purchase. So it's all tricky. Insurances they're always gonna win.
All right, Miriam, thanks
Have
so
a great day.
much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Next week. All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So there we go. Miriam is out of the house. All right. Market report time. We got Wrestler Mania in the house. So, Wrestler, good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Let's do our market report real quick. And want to talk a little bit about that. Okay. So, let me go on up here. We'll go back here. And we are going to say search quick. All right. For the villages, 517 matches. Now, all year long, I have been telling everybody. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember what we started in June, or I'm sorry, in January. All year long, I've been telling you the normal amount of inventory in the villages has always been about 500 to 550. Here we are at 517, and I think what is normal? So we haven't had really a normal market in a long, long time. From 2007, we had that market crash all the way to, I guess, 12, 13, 14, right? 15, 16, 17, 18, it started going back up to be normal. And then, bam, the pandemic hit. A couple of years later. So, what is normal anymore? Well, in that whole period of time, so 17 years since the 2007 market crash, we really haven't had much of a normal market in the villages, and the villages have built a tremendous amount of homes in that 17 years, right? So, all right, so what is normal anymore? I'm going to probably say 6 to 650 now, if we ever get to what we're going to consider a normal market. That's probably about what we can expect a normal market to be in the villages. So it continues to march up and up and up. Let's see what sold now in the past 30 days. So we're going to take this out. We're going to put that in there. And in our market report, what has sold in the past 30 days? 114 matches. Now, we keep seeing that pretty much that same number month after month. So it's been pretty consistent at how many homes sold in the last 30 days. But let's take that out of there and let's see what sold, what went pending. So those are the contracts. So again, we have 114 matches. That's pretty much what we've had week after week. Very, very, very consistent. So what's that? 4 homes a day times 30 would be 120. So there you go. That's kind of what we've been looking at as far as what has been considered a Now, I'm kind of curious. What's sold in the last week? 33 homes went pending in the last week. Actually, I don't know if we can see. Okay, well, let's see here. Average days on market. We can kind of take a look at that. That's very interesting. It's kind of all over the place. 3, 5, 126. So nothing really consistent about what's on the market. And let's see. What about let's see. Now here's what I like to see. And here's our criteria. Sold last week. So what's sold in the last week? 38 closed. So these are just homes that were already under contract, but they closed. But the beautiful thing about looking at these sold properties are the fact that we can go over here and take a look at sale price to listing price. So really, what have they been selling at? This sold at 103% of its asking price, 100%, 94, 97, 87, 86. Wow. Let's take a look at what is the deal with that. Those were 275, 280. And so this was a home here, sold. It was on the market for 317.5. Oh, real estate owned. That is a foreclosure, is what that is. So it's not surprising to see that kind of sold price. And so as we go back and we look at a little bit more into sale price, so 97, 87, 86, 96, 99, 95, 94, 98. So this is kind of, this is a good indicator of what you can expect and what sellers are expecting when you're making an offer on a home. 99, 99, 99, 96, 98, 99, 97, 100. So there ends up being a little consistency. You have some anomalies for sure, 87 and 86, right? But let's see, where are we? 25. And where's here we are. And then we have next. So this is good information, guys. When we're looking now, here we got the $1 million home, 800. What are these kind of selling for? And 100%, 93, 84%. So, hey, the deals sometimes are out there. And that's why that's why I kind of hesitate when somebody asks me, hey, I want to offer X amount of dollars for a house. This one on 800,000 was listed for 950. This home was listed for 950 on the market 104 days, and the people actually ended up taking $150,000 off the price in order to sell it. So that in itself is very eye-opening. So, would you think that was a lowball offer? I mean, I've had somebody tell me the same thing. 950,000. No, I guess it was about 800, and the guy says if they take 650, I'll buy it. I said, oh, if they accept 650, You'll buy it. I'll buy it if they accept 650. Okay, let's wrote it up. Bam, they took it. Shocking to me, shocking to them. I don't think he thought they were going to take it, but he was a man of his word, and he ended up buying that home, and I think he still lives there to this day. So there's your market update for Monday, October 7th. And we're going to keep doing this every week so we can keep an eye on what the market's been doing. How's that sound? All right. So, here we go. Okay. Back. All right. So, love doing those market updates. Okay. So, let's see who has done what since we left. All right. So, Wrestler Mania. Look who's in the house. Dis Mindy. We haven't seen her in quite some time. I've decided on turnkey, so I won't have to move a lot of furniture. And that's probably a very good idea, although you're going to have to love that furniture. Gary, some of those turnkeys are beautifully furnished with a coordinated package. Yeah, so here's what I would say. If it's a rental property that you're buying, maybe not. But if it's somebody's primary home or even their secondary home, right? And especially of a secondary, because if they have the money for a secondary home, they're going to really have the money to have some nice furniture in that house. So that might be something we'd want to kind of take a look at, Gary. I know some of those even include golf cars. Yes. That starts you off running, literally. All right, Wrestler, everyone, please remember to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification icon so each and every time we make a video for you, you'll be notified. All right, Brian, thanks for chiming in there. Don't know how long you've been hanging out there in the background or if you just actually kind of just popped in. What time is it? 7:13. So it's a good time for us to get this show on the road. What does he say? All you need is golf clubs and a bag unless you already have. No clubs or a bag. I guess he's already got one. Costco. Yeah, I did Mindy. Mindy, she kills me. Man. So she's getting IKEA cabinets in her house, and she's getting her golf clubs from Costco.
Which you should get them from Sam's Clubs. It's in the name.
Christian made a funny. He says go to Sam's Club because of club is in the name. But Mindy, I'm trying not to make fun of you. I'm just saying.
We have a golfing son, so you know all about the good equipment.
I do have a golfing son, and I spent, $1,500 on my son's golf clubs because golf clubs really do affect your golf game. And Costco, that's just for people who don't care, I guess. So I imagine there's a lot of them, probably a lot of the executive course people. Costco is the way to go. Kevin, you leaving me, buddy? Are you leaving me? We need to chat. Herman Sporting Goods in 1980. Mindy. Golf clubs have come a long way, baby. since 1983. So, see, I'd love to play golf with you because really, I mean, golf clubs have really, they've advanced in technology. So, I mean, I think my son has he has a driver that's about this big around. It's crazy. So there you go. Now Skip's saying I have a complete set of TaylorMades. I'll give them to you. Whoa. Well, you know, and that's another thing is, you know, the serious golfer, they get fitted for their clubs. They get the shaft is fitted for how length, and the club heads are actually tilted or shaped for the way you golf. You go into these like over there in Sarasota, for instance, or over in Arnold Palmer, they have the club shop, and they have the where you get fitted for your golf clubs. And you stand in front of this computer and you hit ball after ball after ball with every single different club. And that shows exactly where you hit on the club head and how much you need. And it's very technical these days. So I haven't played golf since I was 16. Wow. That's cheating on a driver that big. Yeah, well, tell me about it, because when I play against him, it's not fun. I thought the Mariem Market was the place for clubs. Yeah, there you go, racer dude. You just hit the Mariem Market. You might get this Mindy's 1983 clubs over there. So yeah, trust me. It's not like classic clubs or something like a classic car that you'd want to kind of go after.
It's like fishing poles, right? Like they didn't make carbon fiber fishing poles now. They keep getting better and better as time goes on.
Oh yeah, fishing poles, tennis rackets. I mean, all right, so all the rage is pickleball, right? They've got some pickleball rackets that can go up, I don't know, I think they can go up about $500 for a pickleball racket. What do I know? I bought a special set of clubs for my daughter so she can play with us at the pitch and putt, special for people under 5 feet tall. There you go. See? You have to be fitted for your golf clubs. So, oh, I love classic cars and classic rock. I'm a classic. And I think the local radio, the local radio station here, Wind FM, calls it iconic rock or iconic.
Golden age.
Oh God, no! Golden age is way before classic rock, so we don't want that either. But yeah. All right. So what else do we? Oh man. My listings. Hey y'all, bear with me. I really want to introduce you to a couple of homes that I have recently listed. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. My listings. So let's talk about my active listings. I want to talk about Tangelo first. Okay. So this is my jewel of the night. This is called a begonia. Okay. Painted driveway, awesome landscaping. Hold on a second. Let me get let me get back in the party here.
You should have a video Wednesday, barring any storms.
So Christian says we'll have our Wednesday.
Yeah.
You told me Tuesday.
For the video?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be working on it tomorrow. That's basically all.
I think you've been working on the pictures, so that's why. Anyways, let's kind of go through this awesome begonia. So this is where you're walking in. This is the foyer area. You're looking down. This is like a lot like the gardenia floor plan, okay? Here's your kitchen. Breakfast nook area. And there's your front door as you're coming in. You can see the plantation shutters here. Look at that kitchen. This is top of the line. Stainless steel LG refrigerator. Has a little island there for you. And really.
Bottom lighting.
Hmm?
The cabinet lighting.
Oh, yeah. Cabinet lighting up and below. So this is your living room and your dining room. Beautiful, beautiful valance up here. Very ornate. I love it. And then they have these great mirrors that really kind of add a nice touch to it. Dining room to the kitchen. Have you some picture framing in there. Laminate flooring. Nice open living room. Guest bedroom. Now this is the front guest bedroom. It does not have a closet, which kind of gives you a little extra space in here, as you can see where this treadmill is. That treadmill normally probably wouldn't make it into this room if it really had a closet in there. So kind of gives you extra space. All right, guest bathroom. And this is the master bedroom. Now, you do have some molding going around this tray ceiling, both here and here. And you have a TV hanging, so you can lay in bed and just enjoy your favorite shows over there. No carpet in here either. You have the laminate flooring. And there's another nice shot of what the tray ceiling looks like. His and her closets. So his and her closets going into the master bathroom. And then this is looking back from the master bathroom into the bedroom. Nice separation of vanities, so you're not in each other's way. You have a privacy commode area where this door shuts, pocket door. Nice Roman shower with a glass block to let in a lot of natural light in here. I love that. Kind of a rain head here with a handheld. This is your laundry room. And really nice front load washer and dryer with a utility sink over there. Okay, now this is the enclosed lanai, and it's air conditioned. So we're gonna kind of take a little trip into the lanai. You have a television on this wall, your little bar set up over here, obviously looking back. And then you have your acrylic windows. And then you also have your Mitsubishi mini split air conditioner here to keep this area to a comfortable temperature that you like. Out here, they have little brick pavers, a nice patio area outside, some pull down shades, but a lot of privacy hedges. Can't even see your neighbor in the back. So we'll take you up in the drone. Nice shot of the home. See all those privacy hedges I just told you about? And then you can't even really see the patio that's back there. But there is a nice patio with some chairs. And then this is Bradenton Recreation Center, pickleball courts, tennis courts. You have your horseshoes here, and you have your cornhole here, shuffleboard. Also, this is Captiva. No, this is Gilcrest. Gilcrest pool. This is your adult pool. So a nice shot of the area. So there you go. So that is my listing, 515,000. Only been on the market 12 days, and bond is paid. So that is a fantastic thing. And they have taken out a 1-year warranty on this home as well. Okay. So worry-free living. Next. Let's see, where am I? All right. I want to talk to you about Eccles. So Eccles is not for rent. We have now put Eccles for sale. So where Eccles is here. So we need to take that. I guess they would rent it out if somebody wanted to rent it out, but they just want to go ahead and sell it.
To remove it.
Yeah, I think we need to remove that. So this is called a Ruby. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1.5 car garage. It's a patio villa. There's your lanai on the front. You have your little patio on the side. Vaulted ceilings. Very open floor plan. So that's just a look of the open floor plan. Your washer and dryer are right here inside. Master bedroom over here, guest bedroom over here, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this is the master, that's the guest. I can't remember here. Linen closet, guest bathroom. This home is only a year old. That's in the guest bedroom. What is this, Christian? What is this up here?
I don't know. There's another thing there. Is it just that one picture?
Yeah.
Let me take a look. That looks like a bug.
Yeah.
That's for apples.
Yeah. Master bedroom. These patio villas have a huge bedroom. I think they're like 14 by 14. Have your TV there. They got a fancy light and fan combination there.
Yeah, it looks normal. I'll re-upload it.
Looks normal to you?
Yeah. Well, on the one that we made, so I'll re-upload it to the NMLS.
Yeah. There's a nice 2 sinks in the master bathroom. Shower. Big walk-in closet. Nice size garage. Room for a golf cart over here and then your car. This thing's pristine. There you go, just right here. All right, so there you go. Those are the 2 showcases of homes for this evening. I just wanted to get and show you all that. So let's see. Where's my chat? Okay. I would imagine those wooden shafts on the 83-year-old. Yeah. All right, guys. Johnny Wall will be getting 2 new female singers. Yay. On top of the ones they already had, or no? All right, Tammy showed up this evening. And also Fancy Reagan and Relic. Yes, Relic stays the same. I really like Relic. Yeah, I've got to get out there and start seeing these rock and roll shows. We were intending to buy a patio villa, but found a block and stucco courtyard for a patio price and made an offer. So that's what we bought. Okay, way to go, Mindy. All right, you guys, 7:30. I think we're going to call it an evening. Unless anybody has any questions that I can answer for you this evening. I know everything has been kind of bam, 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 a bunch of information talking about that hurricane. I kind of hate to even think about how things are going to be next Monday. So I really, really hope that, we're going to be able to come to you next Monday. I really don't see why not, but unless if things are really in a disarray, which they very well could be, it might take weeks before. I know the last time in 2004, when Gene, Francis, and Charlie came through here, 3 of them, boom, 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 really made a mess of the place. It was at least a week before you could even get out of your house and go drive around. My house where I lived was just unbelievable. It was just, you couldn't even pass in a lot of the roads. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll be back to see you on Monday. So
Maybe with some pictures.
fingers crossed. Yeah, pictures, maybe little snippets of videos. So back to reality, I guess, is where we've come. Clara May, how are you? Thanks for joining us this evening. Clara May, that is a new name. I'd really like to recognize new people showing up. Thank you so much. Ronald Pass, what's your current interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage? Ron, you missed Mariem. Mariem comes now on a weekly schedule to our show. She's our mortgage girl.
But we'll write it down and.
We didn't even ask her what mortgage rates were. And actually, I think Racer Dude told us that really asked her, why did rates actually go up today? And I guess I really should have asked her what rates are today.
Well, I just made a note that Ronald asked that question, so we'll ask it for the next section.
So Ron, join us next week. We'll get it right from the horse's mouth with Mariem, who is right here on our Zoom, on our live chat, on a stream right with me. We kind of split that screen down the middle. Mariem's over here, I'm over here, and we just have about a half-hour chat about interest, or really the mortgage market. So Pat and Jane, is Jane with us, Pat? Tallahassee is dodging the bullet again. You did dodge a bullet with Helene. She came over, moved on over, skirted Tallahassee, thankfully. So Gary, I'm happy for you. And then Racer Dude, thanks so much. And yeah, we'll we'll do our best to stay safe. And we'll just, you know what, I might, y'all stay tuned. You know, maybe I might have an impromptu live stream on Friday. Okay. So keep checking back with us. I'm probably, now that I think about it, it depends. If I can get Christian, if he's in good shape, if we can get around, if we're not devastated here in this area, then I will come to you on Friday and give you a report about the hurricane and what happened. If you don't hear from us on Friday,
We will make a post about it.
we'll try to make it Monday. But Thursday, early morning, it's supposed to be coming through Florida. Supposed to hit the Tampa area, coming through. And hopefully, you know, it doesn't sit on top of us and it passes right on through, because it has slowed down even. Cat 5s slowed down. They say that even if it reduces strength, that it'll get bigger. So as it's stronger as a Cat 5, it's more compact, but they're saying that if it reduces strength, that's only going to make the hurricane even bigger. So, I hate to even think about that. But anyways, you guys. All right, Jane, thank you. I was just wondering. Thank you so much. And Missy Mo, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Racer Dude again, thank you for your best wishes. And Clara May, thanks for coming on. I really definitely appreciate it. So this Mindy, you might want to hold off a day or two and not come back on so fast on Sunday, because it could be very bad. And so I would have to say you're probably not going to be back here on Sunday, if I had to guess, because just don't want to really be traveling if it's going to hit us as hard as I think it is. I don't think so. But anyways, be safe, Mindy, be safe. Don't hurry down here. You can have whoever put your furniture in your house check out your home and give you a report, but they're going to suggest that nobody be traveling, nobody be on the roads, and there's going to be a big cleanup effort going on, I'm sure. So that is what I can tell you. All right, y'all. Good night. Again, check for our impromptu on Friday. And if you don't see us on Friday, it's because we've really been hit hard, and we'll do our best to get back here on Monday, okay? Love y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening, and we'll see you soon.